The Seahawks got one more rehearsal before the lights come on week 1 against the Niners. And that's against the Green Bay Packers. From what I hear, Jalen Milroe will start that game against the Packers. On this show, Seahawks legend Brandon Mebane, Super Bowl champ, top 50 player ever, will join the show. Bane is back. He's going to come on and say what he saw against the Chiefs and what he thinks about this team going into the season. All that and more. I'm G. Scott, the preacher. I bring the passion, I bring the truth, and I bring it straight to you. Let's go.
It's the Reset with G. Scott.
Welcome back into the Reset. Make sure you like, subscribe, and send it out to everybody. Let's get into it. First, yesterday's highlights or yesterday's failures or yesterday's scoreboard, guess what? It don't matter. The only thing that matters is the next day, or in the case of the Seahawks, the next game. And that's this Saturday against the Packers. Sure, the starters, they'll be sitting down for this. But don't get it twisted. This game is not just another exhibition game, another preseason game. This is the final audition. This is the final audition for some, sharpening their skills, trying to let the world know that they should remain, stay on this team, can play in this league. As they get down to the 53 on this roster, there will be people trying to vie and make sure that they get that spot. You see, this is why I love this moment, because this moment right now, for what these guys are going through in this part of the season, this mirrors life. Sometimes you don't get another chance. Sometimes you only have one chance for the final shot. This preseason game, that's what you get. So this Saturday, in this game against the Green Bay Packers, I would say in the third preseason game, especially considering the Seahawks don't plan to play their starters. Jalen Milroe will be the starting quarterback, as according to Mike McDonald, in this game. I would say the focus here is not really on that scoreboard. The focus is on that grind. It's on the consistency. It's on the next man up. It's on the depth. And so when you see out there and you see them out there being hungry, that's what we're going for. Now, don't get it twisted. In this episode, we're going to break down what needs to happen and still what should happen. But I just want to say that it's really, in this one, less about the scoreboard, and probably the most important thing for all teams, for the Packers and for the Seahawks, health. We want all of those players to remain healthy and get ready to go into the season. Now, on this episode, Brandon Mebane, Seahawks legend, is going to join the show. Now, I'm going to prepare you right now. I'm being serious. Look, we as fans, we have our opinions. We like this or we like that. And Brandon Mebane's a little different. He's not going to say what you want him to say. He is going to give it to you straight. So just make sure if there are times that you don't like what he says, keep that same energy when you do like what he says, because it's coming from the same place. He has his opinion on what he saw from the O-line specifically, what he thinks about the wide receiver room, and just overall this team going into this year. He has 3 takeaways from this Chiefs game. We'll ask him. We'll get ready to bring him in. Let's go. All right, now, it's time to bring in the man. Super Bowl champion, top 50 player ever, 13-year NFL career. Bang! Brandon Mebane joins here on the Reset. Bang, what's up, my boy?
Oh, man, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, first, before we get into it, man, let everybody know you was gone. You was on vacation. You was in Spain. How was it? How was it?
Hey, man, I'm gonna give you something, man. I'm gonna quote this from the great quote, the great rapper, legend, DJ Quick. You know what Spain just like?
What?
Just like Compton. Hey, man, just like Compton, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I don't know if a lot of viewers out there know what that song mean, man, but hey, man, it was just like Compton, man. No, it was dope, though, man. It was real dope.
hey, Bang, can I ask a question, man? Since we on this,
Yeah,
I mean, I know nobody watches this show, Harley, but when you was at the
yeah.
nude beach, did you have on sunglasses?
Yeah, man. I had sunglasses on, man. It was I couldn't believe it. I didn't really like know people would go to the beach and with nothing on and just be sunbathing. Yeah, I was like, this is wild, man.
All
This
right.
is wild.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
look here. I know you didn't have on sunglasses when you watched the film on these Seattle Seahawks. So,
Right,
real
right,
quick,
right.
we will talk about what's going on with this team going forward. But first, you had an opportunity to really watch the game. Just so
Right.
you know, I'm letting you know right now, Bang,
Yeah.
everybody is hyped here in the town. So I want to
Right.
know what jumped out to you right away watching that first quarter against the Chiefs.
Okay, let's start with the offense, and then let's go to one position group in particular that everybody is having a question about this whole year and last year. Let's say the past 3 years. I like the offensive line, man. When I seen the offensive line play, they were moving guys off the ball. They was finishing in boxes down the field, and I was pretty very impressed with that. I was like, man, it's a new, improved attitude of this whole up front offensive line. I was actually pretty shocked. I was like, wow, they not playing. And then when sticking to the same side of the ball with offense, what I was liking was they used the fullback and they was committed to the run. Seahawks was committed to the run, using the fullback. The running back, he was hitting the hole. He was like in and out, out in. I was like, "Woo, man, they not playing."
Yeah,
And
that fullback,
yeah, man,
that fullback. Oof,
it
oof,
made a
oof,
difference.
oof, oof.
It made a difference, man.
Yeah.
Woo, it made a difference. I'm telling you, man. I don't understand why most teams do not use a fullback. The fullback is like an extra lifeline, man. It's like an extra. It's just that extra something you need, man, to like just spring you forward for at least 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, something, right? And then let's go back on the defensive side of the ball. This is what I did like, right? I like how they were tackling. You didn't see a lot of missed tackling on the field. And then one of the things that I liked the most when they stopped the Chiefs on that 3rd and 1, I thought that brought a lot of breath, a lot of energy to the team, and it started something right there. I think that was something that was like something needed to like just get going.
Bang, remember there was a point last season, and you said
Right.
it. There were some people that didn't like it, but then Mike McDonald actually echoed what you said.
Right.
And what you
Right.
said last season were that last season there was times that this defense was not getting lined up fast enough.
Right.
They weren't set.
Right.
They weren't ready.
Right.
What did you see in this game? Did you see a very much of improvement on that?
Well, I seen a lot of confidence, and I seen a lot of control from number 13, that starting Mike linebacker. I seen that he was taking control. He was calling out, shifts and emotions and everything. The communication to me were better. The guys seemed more focused. They seemed like just more of an understanding of their assignment, of their defensive assignments and their alignments and stuff, all that type of stuff.
Now, when you are watching the film, do you focus a lot on individuals flashing or team chemistry?
I look at both, but the first thing I look at is, I look at individuals first. I look at, especially, starting looking at the defensive line. I either start interior or go out, or I start exterior or go in. So the first thing I look at is the defensive line, obviously. And, I go from there, from the defensive line to the linebackers to the DBs. And I look at tackling. I look at especially open field tackling. I don't think how people understand how hard that is to bring your feet, not lunge, not reach, bring your feet and tackle and bring the tackler down. It's very hard in open space, especially out in the middle of the field or anywhere in the field. Tackling is not easy. So those are some of the things I look at.
Well, Going into, this game, before the game, there was a lot of questions, if you will. I, for one, and a lot of people had questions about the quarterback, Sam Darnold. In that drive, that opening drive, my man was 4 for 4 for 34 yards. It was a 10-play drive, 81 yards in a tud. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful drive. Before we leave off this topic, I want to ask you, and be honest, did the execution of that offense shock you when you watched the film?
No, it didn't really shock me. What really shocked me was the commitment to the run. And as far as quarterback play, right? A lot of people were was happy about the quarterback play, but what the Seahawks didn't do and what a lot of teams don't really do is they don't really show their hand in preseason. So what the Seahawks you didn't see from the Seahawks, they didn't throw the ball downfield deep, right? They don't really want to show like their who is their deep threat or who is their middle of the field threat or are they using a tight end or stuff like that. It was more like dink and dunk, just getting a rhythm, right? Preseason is more so like getting a rhythm, building habits and stuff like that, playing poker, wearing those sunglasses you got on and not showing them eyes and not showing your hand. They don't want to show their hand, right?
So let's talk about the mindset right now. This team is going into the last preseason game. They're out in Green Bay today. By the way, real quick, I just want to let everybody know, I heard JSN was wearing their ass out there in Green Bay. He was doing his thing there.
Hey, he out there. That's where he went to college, man. In that area, man. So this is my area of the country.
Hey, the best of the world. But I want to ask this: as fans, I was talking to Paul Holden, our producer. Paul is getting antsy and excited about the season. As a matter of fact, people here in Seattle, I'm telling you, bruh, that Kansas City Chiefs game after that first drive, it felt, I ain't gonna lie now, it was electric in there. Now, I want to ask you, nice. What's the mindset like for players right now this week as you're getting closer to the season? It's the last preseason game. What's the mindset of players?
So the mindset right now, especially for the starters, man, and the coaches remind the starters like, hey, man, every practice rep you get against Green Bay, let's make it count. Let's go hard. Let's play smart, and let's play fast. And so this is right now is their game right now where a lot of the young guys probably won't get a lot of reps versus Green Bay in practice, but they're going to get a lot of reps versus Green Bay in the game. So right now, man, it's just more so like just figuring out who you are as a team, figuring out who you are as an individual. Like, what is it that they're asking me to do? Like, what can I contribute to the team to help the team be successful, right? So, all these things are just going in your mind, thinking about your health, trying to stay healthy, or, trying to cut weight, or just trying to figure out, like, what's my role or what I got to do. So it's a lot going on, man, and especially with 3 preseason games, so it's definitely a little tougher. The reps are cut down shorter.
Now, obviously, Bang, you played 13 seasons, okay?
Right.
So I would assume that after a while, you kind of figured you would make the roster. But your first season, were you a little nervous about making the roster at all?
Keep it real with you, G. I didn't even think about numbers. I didn't even know what the numbers and all that stuff and people getting cut. I didn't even understand that stuff. All I knew was when I first got there, I wasn't in my playbook, right?
Yeah.
And like I told you before, a little birdie came in my ear and said, "Hey, we about to cut you. Get your act together." Right? So,
right.
Hey, man, I had to get it right,
Yeah. So has there ever been a time, because this is the last preseason game, and, man, I remember back in the day, as far as diamonds in the roughs that were found in the last preseason game. I remember back in the day, Victor Cruz, when he played for the Giants, he came. They found him in that game.
Right.
Adrian Foster, running back from the Texans. I remember they found him in the preseason. Can you think of a time where you remember, I remember seeing a player lose his spot because of preseason or gain a spot because of preseason games?
Yeah, I had a teammate, man. He didn't lose. He gained a spot Austin Eckler. He right now he plays for the
Austin
Commanders.
Eckler, yeah.
Man, Austin Eckler was, I believe he wasn't drafted, right? And in that last preseason game, man, they gave him an opportunity. You know, they want to run the ball, run the clock out, and he showed his, you know what, man. And they was like, "Congratulations, young man, you made the team." And I believe Austin Eckler is going on year 9 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa.
And yeah, man, and you know, Austin Eckler was quiet, humble guy, man. He came in, you know, trying to learn from Melvin Gordon, and he was just trying to soak up the knowledge and everything. Could lift the whole world in the weight room, super strong, and he showed it on the field, man. And that was one guy in particular that I remember, man, that it was a grind. But that was the time we had 4 preseason games too, so opportunities were greater then than it is now.
Right now, I'm telling you, Bane, since you've been gone, there's a lot of people's confidence in the Seahawks has gone up. As a matter of fact, Paul sent me something earlier today where right now, they're ranked right now as far as about 9 wins. Paul, where am I at? How many wins you say? 8 or 9? 8? Yeah, it was 8 wins. That's up from, there were people talking about 5, 6 wins, but because of what the people have been seeing, Bane, they're looking at the Seahawks. They got them at an average of about 8 wins. Sheil Kapadia out there has got the defense ranked top in the NFL. Man, what's your thoughts on these expectations on this Seahawk team?
Well, I mean, everybody has their expectations, but at the end of the day, you know, only thing you can do as a player and a coach is go out there and prove it, you know.
Stop right there.
Everybody can say.
Stop right there, babe. I noticed something over the time.
Yeah.
You can't stand preseason rankings and we think this and we think you hate that, don't you?
It's just somebody's opinion. But you know, it's a lot of the people opinion that, you know, it's like anybody can have an opinion, but you know, like, do you really know? You know, do you really know the game to have this accurate opinion, you know? But, I mean, everybody's entitled, so it is what it is.
I mean, but when you say know the game, right,
Yeah.
what is the definition of knowing the game? Because sometimes, Bane, I have seen people that know the game do some dumb stuff to where I'm like, are you sure you know the game? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, look, the one thing I do, I always pay homage to coaches and or players that's been in this league.
Yeah.
I've never been in it. Now, I've been around it. I've had a lot of conversations. I've seen it. I've watched teams be built. I've watched millions of practices. At the end of the day, I have never placed a uniform on. But sometimes, Bane, I get, you know, this whole do you know, sometimes people be blinded by their own bias though, right?
Yeah, you know, definitely, man. Cause I think you biased toward Ohio State, man. You think Ohio State is the best in the world, man. I can't say nothing about an Ohio State player. You like, wait a minute, man. You going too far, right?
Yeah.
But hey, you know, as former players and people that didn't play, that just love the game. And at the end of the day, everybody in life sometimes take a gamble, man. They roll that dice, man, trying to get 7 or 11 on that first row, man. But sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't, you know?
Hey, look here. I can say this. Sometimes I can tell you what I am pretty good at. I can tell you if you're going to be good or not. I can tell you if you're going to really make it in this league. And if I see you do something, and if I see you do some activities off the field, I'm going to be like, hey, my man, you ain't going to last long in this NFL. I don't care how good you are on the field, my boy.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen that firsthand and have real knowledge on that one. That's why I ain't never wrote a book. I won't never write a book because
you can't write a book, G. You can't write a book, G. You can't do it. Don't do it, G.
No.
You gotta keep that stuff to yourself.
Bang, we appreciate you, man. And hey, see that was fast. We're gonna do this again next week. By next week, listen, man, it's Labor Day, and we're gonna talk about things to do and not do during this break between, now and the first game. Because I know you've got some stories where people that messed up. You know what I mean? Is it, Bang, real quick, is it a good idea to go to Las Vegas Labor Day weekend?
I would say no. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'll put it to you like this, G. It's some stuff, man, that is not meant for the eyes to see and the body to do. All right? You feel me? Because, once the eyes see it, then the body going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to protect your eyes. You got to protect your eyes.
Hey,
that flesh is yearning, man.
Hold on, man. There's some people listening, and I don't care if you play football or nothing. Bang just gave you some game right there. Sometimes your eyes ain't supposed to see something, because if your eyes see it, then your flesh want to follow. Ooh-wee.
You don't want to follow, man. Yeah, you got to protect your eyes, man.
Yeah, protect your eyes. The way you protected your eyes with those sunglasses at the nude beach out in Spain.
Yeah. You gotta drop your head. Even if you got sunglasses on, sometimes you gotta drop your head.
All right, Bang. We'll holler at you, bro.
Yep. Y'all take care.
All right, bro. Always appreciate Bang for coming on the show, man. I've been knowing that dude for 20 years. I remember when he was a rookie. No, don't get me the line. It's not 20. I think it's like 18 maybe. But either way, man, it has been a blessing, and especially really appreciate him coming on the show and like really giving it to us straight. Like, one thing about Bang, he don't sugarcoat it. And I actually thought, and I was actually nervous, because I know y'all get a little upset when he goes one way, but him to come on here and say, I loved what I saw from the offensive line. So that was great. Listen, this is one last rehearsal. This is it. On Saturday, one final test before the season begins. And y'all know this thing began for real. Lumen Field, rivals, Niners. Come on now. You already know. You know where you're going to be. You know what you're going to be wearing. You know what time it is. So I hope that you guys understand that this final rehearsal is what it is before the real thing starts. Saturday ain't just another preseason game. It's the final tune-up. It's the final shot. It's the final audition. And it's more of the chance to let everybody know that this team is on the search for destiny. Let's think about it. One snap, 1 inch could be the difference in an entire season. You know, they say the NFL is made up of a game in inches. There's what it is. It's one tackle. It's one block. It's one catch. Changes lives forever. Not just the lives of the coaches, of the franchise, of the players. I'd argue it changes our lives too, right? Because sometimes that emotion, we live or die on this stuff. Don't argue with me. I wish it wasn't that way. Sometimes there's been times in my life that I wish I never fell in love with football. Now, it's time for the 2-minute drill. Every game has a 2-minute drill in it. The reset is no different. One interview, one meeting, one chance, and that's all you get. I'm saying that not just for the football player. I'm saying that for all of us. I'm saying that for you. You get your opportunity to get out there and show the world. The one thing that I can kind of feel coming with this team, and I think for you too, about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, we were so unsure. We didn't know. And especially a week ago when Sam Darnold finally got out there in Lumen Field, that first drive. Did we start to raise our expectations on this team on one drive? On a 10-play drive, 81 yards for a touchdown? Did we raise our expectations? Because I know maybe we did, but so did the national media. They're starting to talk about this team in a different light. They are starting to say, hey, finally, the Seahawks have a new identity. No longer strung on to the past. No longer thinking about what happened yesterday and what happened 10 years ago or 15 years ago. We're talking about right now. And guess what? That's why I love this football game, because this football game is life. This is why they run the same clock here in and out, off the field, on the field, it don't matter. Life is football, and football is life. Let's see what they're going to do out there in Green Bay as they get ready to get it done. Hey, look, it's been fun. That's going to be it for me. The Reset will be back on Monday. On Monday, you know what we got to do. We got to recap what we saw on Saturday, and we got to gear up. We got to get ready for that season. The rivals, they come to town. The Niners, 49ers, that's right. September 7th. You know it goes down like 4 flat tires. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hey, I'm the preacher. I'm about to get up out of here. While the sermon might be over, the mission is still here. Appreciate you rocking with me. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.